Okay, in this video I would like to show how I use Ciel and CCDCiel live with a telescope to actually image. So this is a recording that I did a few nights ago, and I'm in the middle of a session, and the first example I'd like to show you is Asteroid 138155. It's the next one on the list here. So we'll start the video, and I'm in Ciel. I'm going to select the object, and then I'm going to go to CCDCiel, select New Target. There's the target. Click OK. It's gotten the target from Ciel. It's got the right ascension and declination. It's now set the command to my telescope mount to slew to the new position. And you can see that scrolling here in the bottom window. It's taking a control exposure for 10 seconds. Now it's going to do a plate solve for this image using a local install of astrometry.net. It was successful. It's saying that, let me pause this, it's saying that I was 3.1 arc minutes off of my target, so it's now going to do a precision slew. Take another control image for 10 seconds. And when it's done, you should see the stars shift a little bit. It's now doing another plate solve. And it's now saying that my distance to the target is 0.2 arc minutes, which is within the limit I've set, which is 1 arc minute. And it's now saying the planetarium target is set to asteroid 138155. So now I'm checking the exposures that I've used. And in this example, I'm taking 5 images at 10 seconds each. And the 2 X's mean that I've already taken 2 sets of image, so this is going to be my third set. So I come back to CCDCiel, and the exposure time is already set at 10 seconds there at the top. I'm just going to change the count from 10 to 5. Click Start. So now I'm taking 5 images at 10 seconds each, and you can watch the scrolling log file there in the window. You can see the file name that it's saving. Let me pause this. I'm saving this on a network drive, and it's going into a folder Light, and then the name of the asteroid in a subfolder. And then it's giving this name to the file, the asteroid name underscore the filter that I'm using, which is actually no filter, it's a clear filter, underscore, and then the date and the time, UT, which is very helpful when it comes to sorting these files. Continue the demo. Taking the third exposure. And the fourth exposure. And finally the fifth exposure. Now it's done. Come back to SkyChart and I add another X. saying I've taken 3 sets for that target. Okay, the next example is going to be a fast-moving object, 2017 FR91. So I select new target. The telescope slews to the new position, the position it got from cart to ciel. Now the move has been terminated. It's going to take a control image of 10 seconds. Now it's going to resolve the image with astrometry.net. And it's saying here that I'm off positioning by 11 arc minutes. So it's going to do another slew to correct for that. Take another control image for 10 seconds. The star should shift quite substantially here. Now it's doing another plate solve, and it's saying that I'm now off by 0.23 arc minutes, and the target has been set to 2017 FR91. So I come back here and I see I did 40 subs at 5 seconds each. That's because this thing is moving quite rapidly. You can see by the time that I started the positioning on this object to the time it finally did the plate solves and the precision slew, the object has moved from the center here to here and is moving quite rapidly. So I need to do some fine-tuning on the framing for this object. So I'm going to manually move my telescope to the west, and I'm going to move it a little to the north. Here's how it moves in 1 minute. You can see it moves quite a bit in 1 minute. So I'm going to reset it to the current time and get the right button and move the telescope a little to the north. Move it a little bit more to the west. I'm going to set my exposure to 5 seconds, and I'm going to do 40 images because it's a fairly faint object. Before I start, I want to make one final check and see that it's moved even a little more. So I'm going to do a final position here and start my 40 exposures. Now I'm not going to make you sit through all 40 5-second exposures, so I am going to skip ahead . Here we are at the last exposure. Now it's done capturing, and you can see how much the object has moved. I believe we started somewhere over here, and it's now close to the edge of the field. I'm going to make another mark, record this as my third set of observations for this object. So those are two examples of how I image asteroids. The first one was fairly typical. The second one was fairly typical for a fast-moving object. It just requires a little bit more interaction and a little bit more planning when it comes to the fast-moving objects. So hopefully this has been of help, and thank you for watching this video.